Hello. Let me see if it's working already. Yes, okay. So, today I wanted to continue the work I did last Saturday. And basically I have some notes here for... There's some stuff I noticed after finishing the stream, because I kind of took some things for granted, let's say. So like, for example, there was this sprite array here. Let me find it. This that during the stream I was like, I don't know if I actually use this, and turns out it's completely unnecessary. I think I don't need this, and I don't need this either. So I can just get rid of them. And also I got a more comfortable position to check out the stream chat, so if anyone talks, I should be able to respond more easily. I think. Yeah. Okay. So now that I got rid of that, the only place we actually used that at all was here, which I guess now we have to clear the actual vertex data and index data. And also what this means is that, so one thing is, so I said last time that every time we needed to keep the arrays at constant sizes, so we could just index into them, and like I needed a separate counter, and I don't think that's true actually. I think the size of the array matters, so like if the array is tiny, it will write just like say one element to the buffer, and it doesn't need to match the buffer size, but I'll check it out. The only thing is it can't be bigger than the size of the buffer itself, so I need to keep track of like the actual size of the buffer somewhere, and we had it implicitly in these array objects, but now that I'm not keeping, now that I'm like resizing them at will, or I will do so, I have to kind of keep track of the actual size of the buffers so we can resize them if needed. And I think that's what I'm gonna do right now, just so it's nice and safe. So okay, we clear this here, and when we add things here instead of this, I think the easiest way to do this, and maybe I change my mind later, but I'm just gonna have I guess, yeah, I need max sprites counter, right? Which is gonna be a usize, say. And this is the actual size of the vertex and index buffers. Implicitly keeps track of the actual size. Right. Because what this will do is, so say instead of here I have 4,000, right? I have these hard-coded counters for how many vertices and how many indices. And really, this is max sprites times 4 and max sprites times 6, right? So I can just convert that on the fly and it will be fine. So here I don't have a count at all. Or maybe, oh yeah, no, this is the actual thing. Let's do it like this. For now, I don't have like a parameter for a max sprites, so let's just max sprites equals a nice power of 2 number, 1024, and then here I can have a function like that. Would be make buffers. Right? And this will be helpful when we have more sprites than we can actually cope with, right? So we call make buffers again, and because that's how you resize buffers when you can't really. You destroy the original ones and replace them by bigger ones, or smaller, I guess, though we probably won't do that. We won't shrink buffers, very likely. Okay, so we take the, yeah, I guess it's just this, right? It's not very crazy code, it's just a little bit. So I don't even need this. Yeah, very simple stuff. Okay. So do we use this anywhere here? That's right. Yeah. I don't need this, I don't need this. And I guess I don't need this either. Yeah, we do need them here already. Not vbuffer, vbuffer. Now the question is, do I use... No, I don't use anything from the object itself here yet. Okay, max sprites. And this is constant now, but it might be configurable later, we'll see. This all seems fine. Okay, so the thing is when we add sprites, right? I think I already, no, I did not. We don't have this, but now this becomes just append. No indexing at all. Yeah. Now later I might add a function that is like set iSprite, right? And we'll calculate an offset and replace that data, but for now it's just appending. I could just, yeah. Okay. Oh wait, no equal signs. Same here. Actually, I can do this. Okay. I feel like this could be a loop, so no. And just to make sure that it doesn't return anything, because append returns the element, so we don't need to change the function signature for nothing. Although we might do something to that effect, not sure. Because on the previous iteration of this design, what I did do, if I recall correctly, was that I would add a sprite and then return it, so you could do something with it. I don't quite remember what it was. And I guess now I need to update draw, so draw calculates the triangle count correctly, and instead of count self.sprites, it can be either count of the vertices or indices. Let's just do vertices, right? Vertex data, and instead of, oh, I guess, yeah, indices is better because then you don't need to do any math, right? Yeah, it's index count, so just index data makes sense, of course. Okay, draw indexed. Yeah, this all seems fine, I think. Yeah, it turns out not a lot of changes. So I get to try it now and see how it goes. Oh, wrong file. I need to run from the main. Yeah. And I have an error. No field name sprites, right? 140. Huh, do I use this anywhere? I guess not. And it works. For some reason, the window never focuses. Maybe I'll add some code to autofocus the window. Okay, so it still works. That's great. That's honestly always kind of scary to do a change like that, but okay, it works. Next thing, I kind of want to make sure you can resize the buffer safely. So maybe I'll do that now. So here, instead of, let's not do this every frame, let's do this on load. Sprite batch. Let's do it like this. And I'll do it just for, let me see, (2048 times). So 2048 sprites should be twice the buffer size. And now here's the thing, what's gonna be the resizing strategy? I feel like doubling is safe, but it might be too aggressive. Well, let's go with doubling. That becomes an issue. We can improve that later. Scopes itself uses like, let me actually, Scopes has a strategy for resizing arrays. I guess I could kind of steal the idea from Scopes, like directly. Because when you append stuff, eventually, here, append slots, it reserves, right, the count. And the way it does this, wait, grow somewhere. Okay, I was looking at the wrong type, I guess. Let's see how it works here. Grow. Okay, yeah. How does reserve look here in growing array? Okay. Yeah. I don't know what's up with this line, but let's ignore it real quick. Oh, right. It won't resize if the capacity can already hold it. So in growing arrays and growing buffers, etc., there's this concept of a capacity and a count, right? So the capacity is the memory, or in this case could be the VRAM for the buffer, that is already allocated, because you can just allocate one element extra. That would be very wasteful in runtime time, right? So what you do is you kind of, here it does 2.7, which is more than I was going to do actually. So maybe I think I'm just gonna double it. So yeah, it multiplies by a certain factor the capacity and then reallocates and copies the data. So you have a new buffer with a new size and don't have to worry about the memory not feeding at all. So okay, now that I know it's even more aggressive than what I was going to do, I'm just gonna double it myself. So because the plan was kind of to be smart and just kind of like append to the array, and then when the array grows it will be a certain size, and then you just copy the new size and make it the size of the buffer, since the scopes already did the calculation for you. But actually I don't like that factor very much, it's too aggressive, so I'm just gonna do my own. I have no idea if this explanation is good, but if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can just ask in the comments or something and I'll explain it better with a bit more calmly, I guess. Well, it's not like a super alien concept. Update buffers. Okay. So here, I guess what I gotta do, and I can do it since we kind of assume, since every sprite is the same size, right? It's not like, say, a circle where the indices don't, I don't know if circle is the right thing to talk about, but there are some shapes, some meshes, right, where the indices are not entirely correlated with the count of vertices, and here it's completely correlated because every sprite is a quad, so that's 4 vertices and 6 indices. That's never going to change, so I can just use the vertex count, I guess, as a baseline and calculate from there. So if count of self.vertex data divided by 4, which should be, yeah, it will always be an integer, a whole integer, right? Is larger, yeah, then self.max price, I think larger, yeah. Then we resize the buffer by multiplying max price by 2. Self.max price equals 2 and self vbuffer equals make buffers self.max sprites and I have to do this because you can't assign 2 things at once. You can bind 2 things at once, but you can't assign 2 things at once for some reason. Probably some syntax thing. Okay, and then it probably shouldn't need any more changes than that. I think the way write is implemented is that it takes the size of the source buffer and copies everything to the destination. So it doesn't take into account the size of the destination level because it doesn't know probably. Let me check actually. Lib, scopes, packages, pro, GPU, buffer. Does it actually know the size at all? It does know the size apparently. And write. Oh, and it does an assertion, so it at least it checks that. Okay, so it wouldn't let us overrun the buffer. But the thing, it always takes the whole source array, which I could change right now, but it doesn't really matter for us since I'm not doing partial writes. I'm always doing full writes. Yeah, it only, yeah, it's kind of wasteful, I guess, but like, I feel like it could be a lot of sprites until it makes a difference, writing the whole buffer or not. Like a million sprites maybe. Or 100,000. I don't know, gotta test, but for now it's okay. Okay, so we have 2048. Okay, our calculation seems to have... Oh, right. What? How? Let me check the size. Print self the index buffer dot size. Yeah, I forgot I'm not writing lore or something. Okay, 0, why? What am I missing? Oh, I'm not setting the max price in the first place, okay. So it's always 0. Typo. Here. Kind of a mess here. Okay, it should work now. Actually, let me set the position to I so we can actually see them. A bit of luck, yeah. But I see nothing. Why do I see nothing? Oh, I see what's happening, I guess. Do I? No, I thought maybe I was overriding the buffer with something like all zeros, but that doesn't make sense, I think. Now why am I not getting anything? This is the position, right? Self, position, size, quad. What am I doing wrong here? Let me just try again with the same thing as before. Huh. Time to pull out the doc maybe? Weird. Yeah, let's use random doc. I thought I had done a thing. Yeah, I thought I had done this. I guess this doesn't persist between sessions, I guess. Okay. Need to make that permanent somewhere. Same thing as before. Let me delete that print as well. Yeah, it has the texture, and apparently it would have the vertices. That's, let me see, 2048 times 6. That's what we have here. The position is all zeros. Because, what did I do? Let me check the add function. Did I remove something I shouldn't have? No, this looks fine. And we also know this is running once because we had that print and it only printed once. So it's not like it's updating all the time or something. Echo. Let me see if maybe it's because I did that thing. Let me try to fix this. Is this what I want? Don't think so. This one. Someone in the people are talking in the Discord instead of the chat. So if you had echo and it's not happening anymore, please tell me. If not, I'll try to fix it for next stream. Maybe it's just the acoustics of the room and I can like use some other filter for it. Oh, there was chat. Man, this mobile app for YouTube is really not that great. It always like freezes my chat and I cannot see it until I like refresh or something. Okay, then seems like it's fixed. So back to programming. Maybe I was just in an echoing mood or something. Okay, so yeah, so thanks to RenderDoc, now we know everything is zeros, and I need to figure out why am I writing zeros. What I'm gonna do is print everything here for element in self.vertex data, print element, no, go away. Emacs, you're drunk. Print element, and then let's exit. Select, no, not this. Yeah, after you. So like, it's just a print and then get out, just so it doesn't flood my terminal. That's how I debug in this house. Oh, I need a status code. Okay. L.position, I think. Should be. Okay, so it's not everything 0 in the array itself. Something's going wrong in right, maybe? But why? Is it? Let me check if the right happens. Yeah, the way to debug this kind of thing is to, I'm gonna show it to you right now. On RenderDoc you can set it to auto capture the first frame, and that's when I'm gonna have the buffer right. So I'm gonna do that, and I should have info about the right. Okay, now we have this capture. Oh, hopefully. Although I'm not super familiar with Vulkan draw calls, but there's some copy buffers here. View buffer. Let me find the. It seems like I had like some debug names for the buffers. Also, let me see if I can increase the interface scale so you guys can see properly. Okay, it said I need a restart in them. I don't actually. So yeah, I gave the buffers like debug names, but it seems like RenderDoc doesn't see them at all. So that's annoying, because it could find it much more easily. So we have command buffers. One of these is gonna be like a storage buffer, and that's when I know. Maybe in the mesh viewer for this call. Actually, wait a second, let me see without resizing what happens, like 10 or something. Let me just test this better. Huh? It crashed or something? I'm not hesitating anymore, am I? Don't think so. Weird things happening. I thought it's funny because it seemed like things would be weirder last time, and today was gonna be smooth sailing, and today is much weirder. Weird stuff happening. Yeah, what's going on here? Why is it hesitant? Let me try GDB. Oh, I don't have installed. That's funny. Yeah, no idea. There's like a specific name for the, yeah. That's like a min GW prefix for GDB, but I guess I'll just install the normal one. And that's gonna have to work. Meanwhile, okay, segmentation fault, so it was a crash. Inside right buffer. And this would sound like I'm trying to write more than there is in the buffer itself. Though I don't know how that would be the case. Why did it work with 2048 and not with 10? That's the weird thing. And now it works. What? Is it like random or something? Oh, but the Vertex buffer is so big though. That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Why is it this big? It's too big. Let me try this again. Like here. Maybe something is like corrupt or something. I mean, this should be like 4096, right? Yeah, because it never should get resized. Okay, and then it crashed. What? So there's like a stack corruption here or something, because it print is affecting the whether it crashes or not. Like if I move it down here, it's probably not gonna crash anymore because print messes with the stack and then makes it not crash. Confuses the seg file detector. Yeah, love when this happens. Okay, so I'm definitely reading from forbidden memory here, and maybe this is a bug in write. But also this size is way too big, and I don't know why. So I have to figure out why this is so big first. Like, how is size calculated? Oh, no, this is right. It's max elements times size of backing type. So backing type would be Vertex, because it's a Vertex attribute array. And so this should be 4096, right? Yeah, this is all fine, I think. Okay, focusing on why do I get a weird size first. 4 times like I'm going crazy here. Like, I have to assume it should make my buffer the right size. Also, let me, if only I knew what buffer it is, so I can check. Okay, it's this one. It's 257. Let me try this again. Let me remove. No, I don't think I can. I want it to not crash, right? But it crashed. So I needed to not crash first. For it to not crash, I need to write something here. Please not crash. Please don't crash. But ask nicely, and maybe it will stop crashing. Yay! It's so nice. Such a good boy. Okay, and I have my frame capture. And it writes 60 because it's, yeah, 6 times 10, so that's correct. And where's our buffer? 248. And it has a size of a correct size. So why is it that I only get weird size sometimes? If this is a compiler bug, man, I feel like it's kind of too late for that now. Like, I wasn't having this kind of issue. It's probably not a compiler bug. But what is it? Am I doing weird things here? Man, I did not expect this to take the entirety of the stream to make this work. Is this the weird thing? Maybe this is a compiler bug because I haven't used this in forever. That's a funny place for a bug to hide though. No, but I think I was crashing already. With 10 and it's not resizing, so yeah, it's not that. Okay, when exactly does it crash? Not here apparently. Maybe it's in add? Oh, that would be weird. I guess weird is to be expected at this point. If it was normal, I would feel very disappointed. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, this is... So I made it not crash. I want it to crash. It can't not crash. That's bad. Okay. Okay, so... Is it crashing on the first or the second one? Okay, it's crashing on the first. Let me see the output one more time. Oh, and now it didn't crash. Okay, it's non-deterministic. So that's cool. Oh, it doesn't want to crash anymore. If I remove this one. Huh. What is happening? Okay, so it is inside row. I'm probably walking in circles now. 40. So, is this even doing anything? Now it crashes every time. Is the position a thing? What? No, it's not writing. Yeah, it's when I update. It's right here in write. Am I writing multiple times a frame? Maybe? No. Right. Only place I'm calling this is here. If I don't return this, is it like a function thing? So it might be a compiler bug after all. Okay, seems to work now. Let me try with 248. Now the thing is, for some reason it's not like setting the... Yeah. Now it's not setting the positions again. So we're like back to the original bug. Okay. It stopped crashing. Maybe it's because of this thing. Let's forget about it. I'll ask about it in the scopes Discord later. But why is my stuff printing zeroed out data? Is the thing. Okay, this seems fine. Yeah, this size is bogus again. Something still fishy. Yeah, guys, I'm kind of sorry because I thought today was gonna be features, and now I'm like, I have no idea why this is broken, and it's very weird. So I guess today is debugging stream. It's a very poor debugging because it doesn't seem to make any sense. Like, usually it's easy to find, but like it's super inconsistent. So okay, now we know that the size is crazy for some reason. I mean, we knew that. I didn't know why it was segfaulting. Okay, this is not helping. Maybe the size is right, because it's like, maybe I'm just being dumb, because max elements and size of, I mean, that would be, I think I'm just being dumb. I think Vertex is like, yeah, this, maybe the size is right, because that would be 8, 8, 16 plus 16, 32 times 12. Let's say it's like 32. Yeah, that's 32. 32 times 2048. No, okay, that's definitely too big. Because we're getting like 200,000, right? That's too much. Even after multiplying by the byte size. Unless there's like some crazy alignment thing, but I doubt it. Oh, but it's times 4. 32 times 4 times 2048. Okay, that's correct, if I recall correctly. So the size is correct, that's not the issue. The issue is that everything is 0. But why is everything 0? Go back to right. What is this 0 doing? Q right buffer. Q buffer, buffer offset, data size. Q buffer, buffer offset 0, data and size. That's correct as well. That seems fine. Maybe it's been written twice in the same frame. This is so annoying. So the way queue writing works, I think I mentioned this last stream. You can't write to the same buffer twice in the same frame because it's a queue operation. So you will send it to the queue, and then so what might be happening is some kind of like race condition where the first write actually happens after the second one, or maybe the second one is completely ignored. So the thing is, I actually can do things in load because that's the first frame. We created the buffer here, and then it gets written. This was an immense waste of time, but it kind of revealed a weakness in the way I do things. I need to change things to maybe a persistent mapping for the buffers instead of queue writing, or maybe just not allow writing twice in the same frame at all, and maybe keep track of that somehow. I feel like at least this was a satisfying answer. Let me try it in update first. But also I feel like yeah, it probably won't work in the first frame, and then it should work in every other frame. Although, no, okay, it will be fine because of clear. Yeah. Okay. So like the worst that will happen is that first frame things don't draw, but things aren't drawing the other frames either. So what's up with that? Let me do this. Maybe it's the position that is weird. No, something's too wrong. So maybe that wasn't the answer. That I don't like that. I like when I was completely certain of the answer, and now I have no idea again. Although that did make a lot of sense, so can't blame myself too much for thinking that was the case. Again, everything is zeros. Am I not having a dirty flag again? When you add, necessarily get a dirty flag, so it should update again. This should be useful to test the one frame hypothesis, not the one frame thing. So that's not the issue. Now, how many frames? I wonder if it's updating multiple times a frame or something. I don't think so. Yeah, the only place it's called is here. Now this is pretty annoying. I could give up and fix this off screen or something another time and try to implement the other things. Though, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so here there's a bug. I don't know if solving this will solve everything else, but like these indices are not offset, so they're always referring to the first quad. So that's a thing. But also now let's fix this. Something. Should be yeah. I don't think this will fix things, but at least it's more correct, so might be a step closer. Okay, so it doesn't fix it, but it's probably more correct. Now, is there any other bugs like this that are hiding? Yeah, let's walk back a little bit because I remember here it looked like I was drawing only one thing, and I think that was the bug that was causing that. So maybe we can live with this compromise where I fixed. Ooh, and it's back to crashing. Oh no. Well. Oh man. Why is it crashing so much? Oh, now it's crashing the first, right? Huh. Well, this is unfortunate. Everything's crashing, nothing works. I just want to get, okay, now it works. Okay, it works, and I fixed that thing, so now it draws multiple. You can't see because it's too small. So here's the piggies multiplied by 10. I think I'm gonna skip trying to fix the crash. I'm just gonna leave the load bearing print there to make things work for now, and then later I'll go off stream and fix it and figure it out, because I need to get something done today. Otherwise it's gonna be very sad. Close this again. I don't know how to close the zoom thing normally. I think I can remove this print. Where was it? I think I already did actually. It's okay, not every stream is gonna be a success. As long as I get something done, it's fine. Learning experience. Oh man, that's a nasty crash. I have no idea why. Okay, so now the next thing I wanted was to fix the quad thing. So here I'm gonna have a 36 by 30 and my quad is, I think I have this imported yet. 0, 0. Actually, I want a helper function for this. Let me try again and see if it still works. Now everything I added, I feel like I might make it crash again. Yeah. Okay, don't remove things. Just hope it works. But maybe it's also that it will crash only sometimes, so there's that. Yeah, it works now. Oh yeah, it compressed now because I changed the size, that's fine. Let me try again just to see the Q thing here. So I had to figure that out. But also, not sure why. Because also when I changed the size. Yeah, so there's two separate things. One is the crash, which might be related to trying to write 2 times in the same frame. And the other is that when I write over the buffer, everything is zeros now. And I don't know why. And I think they might be related in that I'm creating a new buffer here and I'm immediately writing to it. Although that also doesn't make a lot of sense because I feel like I did have a lot otherwise. Yeah, just weird stuff all around. And I'm not sure if it's a bug like in the compiler or in the web GPU, but I feel like it's web GPU because when I opened GDP, the backtrace went back to the queue, right? And like I double checked the sizes already, even though it took me a big while to figure that actually the size was correct because of the size of the struct, but that's fine. I feel like we're 10%, 90% close to eliminating compiler bug as a possibility, which is the worst possibility because it's much more complicated. Web GPU bug we can reason about. Compiler bug is much more annoying. Okay, so we have the load bearing do once boolean here. I cannot remove it for it will break everything. Also, I can't make. Can I make more sprites without it crashing? No, it has to be 10. Okay. So yeah, it's probably not the right choice because when I change the sprite size, it breaks. So it's probably not that, right? Because this is still within the limit of the buffer size. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's not like another bounce thing because I have an assert, and the assert should make it a lot safer. So it's not. I don't think the problem is necessarily like I'm sending a wrong value or something because I have checks for that. Okay, let's move on. I have this thing that works, albeit inconsistently, and I want to make the UVs, the texture coordinates, work. So I need I have some pixels and I want to convert them to normalized UV coordinates. And the size was 576 by 30, and I want the rectangle that starts at 0, 0 and goes to 36, 30. People talking about the syntax highlighting. Oh, it's not me. Actually, John Blow uses syntax highlighting as far as I know. The person that doesn't use barely any syntax highlighting is STB from STB image, etc. As far as I remember, John Blow uses syntax highlighting. I am using syntax highlighting. It might be a bit subtle, but like you can see keywords, you can see strings. It just so happens that most of them have the same colors, although like for example option is like italics, so it's a different kind of keyword, right? So there's these differentiations. It's mostly not just colors. It just so happens to be monochromatic because it's, I don't know, it's less distracting, I guess. Pixels to UV takes a quad, takes size from the image, so you can divide. Okay. So I feel like we need to figure out the size and then we divide. Yeah. Okay, so we calculate the origin and the size of the quad, and then origin divided by size. Yeah, I think it should be origin divided by size and origin plus extent divided by size. No. Is this correct? Maybe I don't need this at all. I don't know, my brain's fried from trying to debug this crash, and I didn't even solve it. So I'm just gonna do the thing and see if it works. Yeah. Let's keep it short as well. And here I think now here's the thing, I need to convert am I doing this right? I think so. Okay, I need to get this, so like yeah, here I need to calculate the extent. We already have it actually. Should be quad at position start. Okay, quad at start plus this times okay, it is supposed to be extent, so it's actually this minus square.xy. Okay, so here we have start plus this times extent. And if I still have my widths with me, this will work. No, apparently not. Key cognitive specifically. This needs to be wrapped in parentheses. These streams are going to be a regular thing, so it's not like before where I would do a stream and it would be special and I wanted to do something specific. So it's okay that things don't work a lot of the time because it's going to be just a routine thing. I want to do them on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Okay, it works. We have our little p here. I swear, man, it should be easier to make this. Okay, here's the pig. Has some weird filtering. I think I had. Oh, maybe the filtering is from the zoom actually. That's some weird, super weird filtering. Oh, I'm learning something here. Apparently the zoom app from Windows does, like, I forgot the name of the filtering that they use in emulators and it always looks terrible. So that's what they use. Now we know. Okay, so that was one thing I can cross off from the to-do list today. The other things are complete failures. Now the last thing I want to do today is to include some timekeeping so I can animate this. And that would be yeah. The next thing I want to do is time. Because currently, as you can see on update, we do not get that DT value, which would be how you do stuff like animations normally. And this is something Baldo doesn't support yet. I mean, it's easy to add. I'm gonna do it right now even. I'm gonna do a time. Okay, it's STL. And it has to have like for DT, let's do a pretty classic delta time measuring. You have a last measure and you have a current. And what you do is you have a step function that will take a difference between the time now and the last measured time. Actually, it should be time measured, not DT. And this should probably be a double. Let's do that. Man, doubles. So this just returns some state value, and this will increment the state, or rather update it. So that now is stl dot gets the number of milliseconds since STL library initialization. Milliseconds is not good enough. We want, I think, 64. No? No. I think it's gonna have to be like the performance counter thing. Yeah. This one, okay. So in order to get sub-millisecond precision, we need to use this get performance counter thing. Okay. And you need to use it with, and there's like an example here tutorial. Don't know if I care about this. I think you get the performance counter, and then you divide by frequency, which should be per second, I think. Yeah, it's per second because it gets multiplied by 1000. Okay, so and this is gonna be like a meaningless value. Later, what we can do is like initialize this and subtract whatever value there is here, and so it's normalized to 0, and then it has like a start time. I'm not gonna do that right now. Get performance counter divided by stl.get performance frequency, and I think what you have to do is cast directly to double precision in order to not lose precision here. Otherwise, the slash operator defaults to single precision floating point, and you don't want that. Like if you convert, in the end you're gonna lose precision. But here, since both arguments are double precision, when you divide, the result's gonna be double precision as well. And that's what we want. Get time minus last time measure. Okay, actually I am gonna do the thing just so we can get rid of an excess here, and then we have a proper last time measure for the first DT calculation. Okay, so now is get time. Let's just get time, yeah. Delta time. Now minus last time measure. And after this, last time measure becomes now. And this is how I calculate delta time. Okay, so, and now that we have this here, inside main, I should initialize this, import editor is kind of skipping now, kind of a bit slow. Time.init, and then before update we do time.step, and update we pass time.get to time. And if I did everything correct, this should be returning something like 0016. Everything. Yes, I didn't export things yet. Get time, get delta time, step. Okay. Yeah, and we get here something close to 1/60, which is what we expect. My screen is 60 Hz, so, and VSync is on. Okay, this is all I need for now for the time module. And then let's add this to game state. Nation timer F64. Okay, and now I want to like cycle this. We can change this like, yeah. This is, we have 576 divided by 36. That's 16 frames of animation. Like animation frame. Equals, actually I should use this here. Animation frame is yeah, I guess I didn't disable actually. Okay. Animation timer by like divided by 16. Yeah, like times 2, so it goes at half a second. It's not the best way to do this, but it works. Not sure if you like that I'm using like a float with integer division, but we'll see. And then this should be 36. No, this is not right. Should be this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is right, this is right. Yeah, this should be correct. And I need to make it only one. And now it's kind of corrupted. Why? But it is animated, so that's nice. Oh, it kind of worked. This is funny. So it's like adding more and more. Oh, it's because I hate this. This is because I'm setting its quad in size, right? Oh, this should be 36 times animation frame plus because it's like two points in the sprite. Okay, so it is animated, although very slowly. I do this plus 6. Now it should be pretty fast. And at some point I should make this bigger as well. Oh, no, it didn't crash. Okay, there it is. Our animated bee. I had more things I wanted to do today, but I feel like it's would not be very good to do it while things like crashing and burning. So I'm gonna see if I can fix it off stream, and I guess this is all for today. Thanks for people that tuned in for a bit, and I'll see you Saturday probably. Goodbye.